From the biggest moments.
Can you believe it?
To gold medal championships.
Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
It's your update on Canada's game. You're listening to the True North Ice podcast with Jacob Ewing and Caleb Schneider.
True North Ice podcast, where we talk everything Canadian hockey related. And Jake, we took a week off and we've got another jam-packed episode once again. We've got 6 players announced to the Olympic team. We've got PWHL expansion and free agency. And then we've got Stanley Cup playoffs or Stanley Cup finals. We have watched, at this time of recording, we have seen 5 games. Game 5. Game 6 is, today is Monday, so Tuesday is Game 6. So by the time this comes out, there might be a Stanley Cup champion. Other than that, those are probably the 3 main things we'll touch on, and then we got producers' picks at the end. But it's gonna be another jam-packed episode. What you thinking?
I'm excited. Everything's kind of coming to an end right now in the hockey world. Not a lot of international competition, but as you said, pretty much all the teams in the Olympics next year had to announce their top 6 players. Yeah. And Canada announced
the
theirs
men's side
today. Was it today or yesterday?
Today. They all announced today.
It was today. And so we're going to break that down, talk about it. It's pretty – I think some of the players are pretty obvious, but maybe some people who were left off who kind of I wonder how – was it almost the same exact list? Because remember there was a 6 –
Reinhardt's in for Marchand.
Okay, and we'll talk about that in a little bit when we get to it.
Yeah.
But also the PWHL expansion, that was really cool. How they did that.
I'd love to hear your take when we get there.
Sure. I'm excited. What would you like to start with here?
Let's do the internet. Let's do the international. Let's get the Olympics out of the way because that's kind of what we're here for, right?
Exactly.
That's our main thing, right?
Yep.
All right.
So
you go
6
for it.
Players announced today to the Team Canada roster. Some of the obvious ones: Connor McDavid will be on Team Canada,
correct,
as well as Sid the Kid will play in another Olympics. Both, obviously got to make the team, as well as Nate Mack. Nathan McKinnon will be on the team as well. So, got to get the 3 studs out of the way.
Yep.
Cale Makar, the only defenseman on the team that's been announced.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd say the other 2 were definitely going to make the team, but maybe a step down from the superstar caliber. Would you like to?
Okay. I think it was pretty clear Sam Reinhart would be one of the 6, I think. That's what I was thinking coming into this. And then toss-up. Who do you want? Braden Point, Mitch Marner. You could go Brad Marchand, given what he's done recently. There's a few other players you could go with. But they take Braden Point as their 6th. Don't really care. He's going to make it anyways. Mitch Marner's going to make it anyways. I think the only reason Marchand wasn't... he's obviously not as good as Braden Point. But I think he's going to make it now, given what he's done in his playoffs. And, Sam Bennett, too. He probably could have been added on this, given how he's played. But Braden Point, don't really care. It's interesting, though.
Dude, I completely understand how he's one of the 6 players. He's a superstar.
Yeah.
And, you mentioned Marchand. He is the only player, as you mentioned, to not be who was announced. The top 6 announced for the 4 Nations. He was one of them, and he's the only one taken off. And respectfully so. Before the playoffs, was he really we were talking about after the end of the 4 Nations? Is he even going to be on this team next year?
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
The Stanley Cup Final, I think, has
the playoffs
easily shown that he will probably be on the team next year.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes is one little good run.
Yeah, exactly. He's got 10 goals in 22 games.
Yeah,
he scored 5 in this. He scored 5 in 5 games. Yeah.
And in yesterday's game, it was Game 5. Dude scored 2 absolutely beautiful goals that were just insane.
Yeah,
you expect. It's not saying Marchand's not a superstar player, but stuff you expect from only the best of the best in the whole NHL.
Yeah. First player since Mario Lemieux to score 5 goals in the Stanley Cup final. And it's only game 5. There still could be 2 more games. So that's pretty crazy. But he's going to make this team now. And, you've seen Brandon Hagel and Sam Bennett. They made the team last year. There's no reason why Marchand doesn't make it this upcoming year. I think the other thing with Brayden Point is that John Cooper's a coach. So makes sense. But I don't know if that's a factor. I don't think, I know John Cooper has a big say on it. I don't know. But also, it doesn't really matter who they take. I would think it makes sense to take it's not a big deal. I think.
Dude, I think it's.
You think it's a big deal?
No, I don't think it's a big deal at all.
No.
I think should be expected. The only player who I think, maybe Mitch Marner's the only player who could slide in there. Enough for any of these guys.
Exactly.
So and honestly, these players are going to make the team anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all probably going to play in the top 6. Kevin McCarr will play number 1 defenseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like this Marchand conversation. Also, another man making his case here in the Stanley Cup Finals, as he's going to make the team next year. I think after his 4 Nations performance, he kind of really started taking off. Is Sam Bennett, who now is
probably going to win the Conn Smythe. Isn't that insane?
And he has, I think I saw a stat, 15 goals throughout the whole playoffs.
Wow, really?
Is
it 15? I know he's
some sort of point stat thing that is tied for a career best with
Oh yeah, it is. Holy, yeah, 15.
Crosby.
Yep, 15 goals, 22 points, 22 games.
Yeah, that is the same exact career high.
That's a Conn
for single
Smythe.
playoffs as Ovi and Crosby.
Yeah,
Ovi, Crosby, Sam Bennett. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That is if they win, he probably will win that Conn Smythe and get a lot of money this summer.
Yeah, and he only scored 25 goals this year.
Exactly. That's a crazy thing.
Games.
Is that he scored 15 in 22 games, but then he scored that many in 70? How many games did he play this year?
He played 76.
76, yeah. He scored 25 in 76, and he scored 15 in 22.
Yeah, he's at a point per game pace right now, maybe?
He is, yeah. He's 22 points, 22 games.
Yeah, he is having an insane... And he's also just doing more than just putting up points.
Oh, yeah.
He's being a pest, and that's
he's
how you
playing
win games.
his role still.
Yeah, and he's playing his role and putting up points. You cannot ask anything more from Sam Bennett. He's going to be a huge player for the Olympics next year. He's easily going to make the team. Yeah. He's one of those players coming into the 4 Nations, trying to prove himself for the Olympics, and he has excelled.
Yeah,
easily
for sure.
And especially with names you see names like Nick Suzuki, who had a great end of the year trying to prove himself, but and so people are chasing him down for his spot. And I think he's done a phenomenal job keeping it and solidifying himself as one of the probably will play bottom 6. He will play bottom 6 next year at the Olympics.
Yeah,
but he'll do a phenomenal job at it. So,
I think. Yeah, pretty easy lock right there. Other than that, is there anybody else that's really kind of made a case in the playoffs to make this Olympic team? No doubt. Who else is on? Is there anybody else on Florida? Carter Verhaeghe.
What do you think about Evan Bouchard?
I don't know if it's enough. Because we've seen this every year. No? Don't you agree?
Yeah, but he's consistent. It's not like he's a one-hit wonder.
I know, but I'm saying if he's been consistent for the past 4 years, kind of with these these point totals,
10,
right?
Plus 10, and he is, mind you, the special teams of Edmonton have actually been not very good this playoffs, but he does play the penalty kill, so he's showing that it's not just a pure offensive juggernaut. He can.
Here, I'll put it kind of in perspective here. So he didn't make the 4 Nations team, and he had a really good playoffs last year. He had 32 points in 25 games. This year, he's got 10 less. He's got 23 points.
Still over
like,
points.
It's a draw. I know. But when if he wasn't good enough last year to make this Four Nations team, you'd think he has to be better this year. Given there's another defense spot open for the Olympics, but I don't know. He's dropped off a little bit. Like last year, he was a point a game player. This year, still at 67 points, but which is still really good. But he lacks the defense, and if you've got Cale Makar, I don't know. You kind of want just Cale Makar and then 5 guys that lay the body and play some defense, right?
Yeah.
Evan Bouchard doesn't really have a spot, and still, like, you can see he's still making some very interesting, questionable plays. So, defensive-wise, but
Okay. My next player I'm going to throw at you is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who put up a huge Western Conference Finals. That series went 5 or 6. Went 5.
Dallas and Edmonton was 5.
Yeah, 5. And he put up 9 points. He had a
Yeah.
great series against Dallas. That was like I think that might have been like some sort of accolade too for him. But he's playing pretty good right now. I don't know. Let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to take away stuff from that Dallas series, I think. I mean, if you perform in the playoffs, you perform in the playoffs. And I think another thing, though, is that when do the next names get released? Like, we're going to have, first of all, there's going to be injuries on teams that could affect players, and they might have down years. And just in general, maybe a player has a crappy start to the year and they don't make this team, right? So I don't know how much, like, I'm sure every team's different. I don't know how much of the accolades from the playoffs will get you a spot if you kind of suck to start next year. Is that fair?
Okay. Yeah.
Who didn't make the team? Zach Hyman. He had a somewhat good playoffs last year, and then to start this year is horrible, right?
Yeah.
Everyone said he was a lock, and now he didn't even make that Four Nations. So
True. And do you think that's because of his start of the season?
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
If they made the roster right after the playoffs, he's on that.
Yeah.
He's on that team. So
Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask you, we're going to go a bit of a different direction here. This was
Okay.
in some news that came out a couple weeks ago now. Maybe even before our last episode, but I just think we didn't bring it up. So Seth Jarvis, who obviously played in the Four Nations, had a pretty good Four Nations face-off too. I can't find his exact injury, but he had the opportunity to have surgery,
Okay.
and he declined getting surgery because I think he'd end up missing some time at the beginning of the season next year in Carolina, and he wanted to play the whole season so he could prove himself for the Olympics, so he could play at the Olympics. At the end of the day, he didn't have surgery.
I never saw that.
So he could play at the Olympics. That's what it was. He wants to play at the Olympics so bad that he has declined to have surgery.
Wow. I didn't see that.
I remember seeing something like that a couple weeks ago.
Okay, here we go. Jarvis has no surgery plans after injuries after playoff run.
Sorry, Cal, I got none of what you said.
I'm just trying to read this
One second.
article here, trying to catch up here. So, okay, well, it wasn't just Chatfield and Sean Walker also kind of did the same thing, but this is interesting because I never saw, like, I don't know how, I guess this would have came out in there.
Hello?
Okay, here we go. A little bit of
Oh
a
my
factor.
gosh, dude.
Not having surgery, definitely a big goal. So that is interesting. I don't know. He did.
Okay,
Oh wow,
sorry.
he did have a really good. Like he did have a really good year. I think he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
He had 16 points in 15 games as well. He He was good in the playoffs, so I think he will make it personally. But it also
Seth
depends.
Jarvis?
Yeah, because like not like all the guys we've talked about, like Sam Bennett, Marchand, they were already on the team, right? So there's nobody slotting in as of right now that I see, right? So I don't know who would slot in, but
Instead of him?
yeah, because I think he's got to be at the bottom of the barrel. Nick Suzuki, Bedard, Celebrini, that's probably the three.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I think he's gonna make it.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. We'll see how he recovers. Like they're saying, like he'll probably have to have it's his shoulder. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And
Was
that,
it McDavid that rehabbed? You can rehab like that. Like I know.
Yeah, but
some
he's
guys,
been rehabbing it for like this has been a problem for like the last couple seasons.
Yeah, I mean,
And so we just take and the surgery is probably inevitable.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
But he does not want to do it this year. Wants to wait.
Interesting. It's a very dedicated man. I mean,
yeah, right. Like
I guess how long would the surgery?
Like, that's the type of player I want.
How long would the surgery take him out for? Like, he would be back for the end of the year next year for the playoffs, I'd assume. Because that's how. Like,
yeah,
would a surgery really take him out that long? 6
Carolina
months?
Hurricanes forward Seth Jarvis admitted that he managed a shoulder injury throughout the season and plans to do the same in 25-26.
Yeah,
surgery to fix the issue is reportedly inevitable, but Jarvis doesn't want to miss too much of next season to be in contention for Canada's Olympic team. The 23-year-old also dealt with shoulder issue last season. Instead of having surgery, he focused on rehab and strengthening his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's an official article. So
I just wonder how long that would take. Like, would it be 6 months? Like, if he were to leave
Probably.
now, it'd be December, so that would probably take him out of contention for sure.
Exactly, right?
So, yeah.
Man, how would it be, though, if he did not make the team?
Yeah.
Didn't have the surgery, doesn't make the team.
Yeah. Drew Doughty had his surgery. He still made the team.
True, but
that was also
Drew Doughty
different.
has a very good resume.
I know. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, if he had that surgery, he probably wouldn't make it.
No.
There's no way. But
I don't think so, unfortunately. But he'll stay. Well, hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he's good to go.
yeah.
And hopefully he makes team because I think he's a great player. Also love his vibes. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, those I think we can kind of wrap up this and we'll move on to the next thing, but
yeah.
6 players. I mean, we made a lot about it, but there's not really much to chew at about them, right?
No.
And we probably talked too long about it, but well, I mean, we talked about other guys, so but yeah, they were not announcing Seth Jarvis on these 6
Oh God.
6 guys. No. I'm curious when the next I wonder when they drop the next guys because I think I don't know how it works because the 4 Nations they announced the roster so early, it was horrible because we knew there would be changes because of injuries. Hopefully, I wonder if they give out another 6 names sometime later, and then they'll announce their roster hopefully a month before the tournament, not 4.
Yeah, all I read on the official NHL website is that the remainder of the season, the remainder of the roster will be announced later this year. So
hopefully December 31st or something, because
maybe
I don't want them to be so early because it's not as fun because
true
there's injuries and people are gonna suck for 2 months. Right?
Yeah,
but anyways, we'll move on. You want to do Stanley Cup final? Or do you want to do PWHL? I mean, we've already talked some Stanley Cup finals. So we might as well finish her up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Jake, let's go on to some more Stanley Cup final talk, and then we'll go to expansion draft, PWHL. What's your thoughts? Florida's up 3-2 going into Tuesday.
Yep, 3-2 as of recording. Man, Florida's just doing what Florida does. They're known as the ideal NHL team of how you should build their team. You don't need all these superstars, which they have. They have some very high talented players, but what you really need is a very well thought out and balanced roster, and they're showing that they can roll any line they want against the Oilers, and they're going to play shutdown. I think that their top six is great, but I think their third line has been probably their best line in the whole playoffs. Obviously, we've already talked about Marchand and how big he's been, but his two line mates of Luosterainen and Lundell are also – they just mesh so well together, and they could – their top three lines can go against the McDavid line, any one of them. I think preferably – well, obviously they go with the top line with Barkov and Reinhart because they're two Selke people. But McDavid just scored his first goal in Game 5. He was scoreless, and that was a big topic throughout the first 4 games. It's been a very close series. Obviously, the Oilers have maybe run into some goaltending issues with Stuart Skinner getting pulled in back-to-back, one game, and then didn't get the start. They went with Calvin Pickard in Game 5. I said this is the biggest game of his career, and then lost 5-2. So
yeah, it sounds like Skinner is back in for Game 6.
I think you'd have to put him back in. On the road, the Panthers have now won 2 games in the series on the road. They have an insane road record. I'm pretty sure Bobrovsky is 1 road win away, or maybe he just got it last game from joining an elite list of goalies with 10 road wins in a single playoff series.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something stat like that, and that's hard to do, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Winning games on the road, especially in Edmonton, we've just seen that atmosphere, and the games that the Oilers have won, they have both went to overtime. Both the games the Oilers have won went to overtime, and when the Panthers have won, the first game went to overtime, they won. They squeaked through that, but then 6-1 and 5-2. When they are on their game, they're pressuring, giving no space for the Oilers to work with, because the Oilers, their team runs through McDavid. And when McDavid has no space, no time, no nothing, which the Panthers are shutting down, then they have to rely on their depth. And their depth at times in the playoffs has been fine, but right now they're having a hard time getting some of their offense going. So
I think the way this series has gone and probably will finish is the Oilers have 2 players, and the Panthers have how many players are on there's 15, so there's 21 players, 21 skaters, is that right? 21 skaters. I bet you 18 out of those 21 skaters can shut down Draisaitl and McDavid.
Yeah.
That's how it's gone
so far.
That's how it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's not much you can do when for the Oilers. Not much you can do when you're. You've had some good depth and some guys that just come out of nowhere. Like Corey Perry's had a good playoffs. Kane's been okay, but they're still not like Jake Wallman. He's just there's so many liabilities like Jake Wallman. Darnell Nurse is still playing in this series. Too many liabilities, and your depth isn't getting it done. And when your best 2 players are getting shut down consistently by anybody, there's not many ways out. Bless me. Yeah, that's how it's kind of been going, and from here on out, I don't even know where they go. No, it is. I will say it's pretty remarkable that it is 3-2.
You think so?
I think it's still pretty impressive that they've gotten 2 wins. Of course, they're overtime.
I don't know if I'd go that far. They're a good team. They're not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, but the
second game they won was that Game 4 where the Panthers completely. They were up 3-0 after the first period.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know. I want to know. Is that more on the Panthers or is that more on the Oilers?
Let's take a look. I have some stats pulled up here. Um, I don't know. I think it was just a tale of momentum.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fair.
Panthers kind of got 3 straight, and then the Oilers responded in the third with 3 straight of their own. On the road too is really good of them to get things going.
That is pretty remarkable.
It's pretty impressive.
Given how
really
how the Panthers just go full shutdown mode when they've got that 3-0 lead, they would go shutdown mode pretty much.
Well, they probably try to.
Yeah.
They literally just couldn't, and I mean it was a pretty even game by the metrics. High danger scoring chances were the exact same.
Yeah.
Shot attempts were right around the same, 5 the difference. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And was that the game where Pickard came in after?
Yeah, Skinner was pulled after the first.
Yeah, and they came out, and he looked really good. He's a very unorthodox goalie, but he just finds ways to make saves that are maybe not the prettiest, but they don't end up in the back of the net. So, and when he's going, I like him, but he's not going to get the start next game.
No,
which is tomorrow, or it'll be already done by the time this podcast.
It's unfortunate.
Then we could have the Panthers lifting the Stanley Cup by
before this comes out. Yeah. I mean, shout out to Paul Maurice, Canadian.
True.
He should be the next Olympic coach.
He's a pretty good coach. What do you think about a Pete DeBoer, another Canadian, getting fired after talking smack about his goalie right after
his American goalie,
his franchise American goalie, right after they lost the series?
Yeah, it was kind of stupid of him to do that.
Do you think it was the right move to fire him?
I think it's not. Well, it's tough because you can find a coach. Like, I don't know how much a coach actually really affects a hockey team nowadays in the NHL.
Okay.
Like, you see the turnaround. Like, there's like. Mike Sullivan just got fired. Like, he was the highest tenured coach. And then there's like John Cooper. And then it's like something. There's a fun fact. Like, Ryan Huska, who was hired like 3 years ago or started head coach. He's done 2 full seasons. He's like the 4th highest tenured coach.
Yeah, no, the tenure.
Like the tenure thing. Insane. I think it doesn't. I think a coach can lose you a game, but I'm pretty sure they can't win you a game. So he lost them that series. They don't want to do it again. He had their franchise goalie get upset. I'm sure there's a couple other players that are probably upset about him as well. And I'm sure, there was definitely more issues than just that, I would think.
Dude, I know, but he took the Dallas Stars to 3 straight conference finals.
I think they would make it.
Pretty remarkable, if you ask me.
I think they could have any coach do that. Take them there. They're that good of a team.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to have some sort of system that works with the players, but you get that implemented, and I feel like it's not that big of a factor nowadays, right? Like the Oilers, they made it 2 years in a row with Chris Knobloch. They had Jay Woodcroft take them deep in the playoffs for the past like 3 or 4 years, right? I don't know how much more of a change that is, right? And then like the Panthers, Paul Maurice, was that his? I guess that would have been his 3rd year. All 3 years they made it. So in that way, you could say he kind of helped them get there, but still, they were just kind of a good team. And boy, oh boy, I don't know. I think he probably should. It makes sense at least that Pete DeBoer got fired.
Okay. And
it's a bad decision to pull your goalie after giving up 2 goals in the biggest game.
Do you remember his reasoning why?
Well, not exactly. It's just he wasn't happy that he gave up 2 goals and I don't know how many shots, but
And then he brought up a stat. It was something about when Jake Ottinger plays the Oilers in an elimination game or something like in a playoff game, his record was terrible, and that was part of the reason why. That was in the press
and then it's
conference where he
Casey
said-
DeSmith. Casey DeSmith, you'd think is gonna. I don't know. It's interesting. Oilers were just. It didn't matter who was in that. I think they would have lost that game. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, he probably should have been fired. It was kind of stupid.
Interesting to see
Kind
where
of
he
stupid.
goes.
So
Little late in the like it's getting late. Like a lot of these teams might even have their coaches. We've seen a couple coaches already hired. So like
yeah,
the market's closing.
there's still tons of guys out there.
Yeah, I mean he's a high like.
Oh
the
yeah, he's
best
gonna be
coach on the
picked up
market right now.
somewhere.
He's the best coach in the market.
Yeah, he might be. If he doesn't get picked up this summer, he will be the first guy off the market when somebody gets fired during the season.
No, I think a team maybe even frees up a spot for him.
Well, I would think so, but I'm saying, he's going to be a head coach. If he doesn't have a head coach, if he's not offered a head coach position this summer, he will wait until somebody gets fired during the season.
Okay.
Like he's not going to take an assistant.
Yeah.
So it's too good of a track record to.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh well. Yeah, these playoffs have been. It's gotten less and less interesting as we've gone on. I think is that a bad take?
Maybe. I
Like
think
what?
it's been pretty
Both
interesting.
conference finals were
We've
done
had
in 5
so
games.
much overtime, so many comebacks, so many late
Yeah.
goals.
This Stanley Cup Finals has been like that. It was Game 4, right? Where they're up 3-0, then 3-3. Oilers make it
Yep.
4-3, and then Reinhart scores with like 18 seconds left. Like that's still pretty big, but like first round is probably the best time ever, right?
But that's probably because there's just more teams, more going on.
I know. I guess that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I think the other big like thing that people are big on is the reseeding, going back to 1 to 8. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, I'm for it. I am for it. I don't mind.
Okay.
I like the
Yeah.
idea. Like you saw, like I saw people like post things about what this year's playoffs would look like if it was 1 to 8 seed.
Yeah, like the Panthers and the Hurricanes would have played in the first round, I believe.
Yeah, like is that a first round matchup though?
That would. Yeah, I don't. Like that would be. They would play in the
That
first
was the conference
round.
finals matchup
I know.
this year.
I know, but I'm saying this year, that's what they would have played each other in the first
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe.
And Hurricanes got killed. So
Yeah. True. I guess so.
I don't know. And then I can't remember who the Oilers are paired up with, but it wouldn't be the Kings. It would have been someone else. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they should not only get rid of the like the division, whatever you want to call it, like where they do 1-4, and then 2 and 3. They should go to 1 and 8, but I think they should just get rid of the divisions altogether. I don't know if that's a
Really?
hot take. I think they should just go to 2, West and East. I don't know how that would work with games and scheduling, because I know you would play each team in your division. You'd play 3 or 4 times, and then everyone else it's 2. But I think that's how it works. So I don't know how that would work out, games wise, and the opponents you play. But you could also add a couple games. I think they could be creative. It's not going to happen this year, but I think it's time to get rid of the divisions and just do West and East.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Maybe a topic
You know what I
maybe
mean?
a topic for another day.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. But I think we got to go to 1 to 8. I think.
Okay, I don't mind
But
it.
if
I
we
mean,
go
I
if we
mean, it's
go
like
to
most,
1 and
probably the most
8,
authentic,
if we go to
probably
1
the most
and
authentic way to have
yeah.
proper seating in the playoffs. So
I'm just saying if we go to 1 and 8, we should just get rid of the divisions altogether because there's no point really.
okay,
Yeah, other than that, playoffs have been pretty great. Can't complain. I don't remember enough from last year, but I know the first round last year was great as well. Both playoffs have been pretty good the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and
okay.
let's do before we move on, we'll do predictions. What do you
Sure.
got? Panthers in 6 or 7, or Oilers in 7?
Oh gosh. You know what? I don't know if I call this a prediction, but I'll call it right from the heart. Let's go Oilers in 7. I think, you know what? Going into the series, my pick was the Oilers as well because of
Me as well,
I just think
yeah.
Connor McDavid will just win the series himself. Like, I don't think he would physically can lose another series because of how talented he is. And I think I think we might see it. I think he might crawl his way back into the series himself. Will the way back in. It's now or never. So, and a big win on tomorrow night in Game 6, which we would have already know if it's true or not if they won. I think back at 7, back in Edmonton, it's very hard to lose that game. So
Yeah, I'll go Oilers in 7 as well.
oh wow, I did not expect that from you.
Had a bad prediction to start the series. I said Oilers in 4. It's kind of working out for me though, as Panthers are up 3-2. But I'll say Oilers in 7 to keep it rolling.
Okay.
If you know, you know. If you don't,
You know, you know.
if you know, you know. If you don't,
And you gotta
life
get
as
to
a
know.
Flames fan.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's do some PWHL. Let's just
Sure.
do, before we dive into it, dive into the players and all that, and then the selections. What are your thoughts on this very interesting expansion draft format?
Dude, I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I mean, it's very cutthroat. Like, only 4 players protected through each team. And
Well,
that
3
leaves
to
a lot-
start. 3 to
leaves
start.
A lot, yeah. Leaves a lot of talent on the table
Oh yeah.
for these teams to pick. So, and well, they did pick.
Do you like how it's like a mini free agency to start?
I wasn't actually ready for that. I didn't even
I
expect
didn't
that.
read the rule. Like, to be honest, I didn't really. I saw the schedule and then saw there's like 2 different parts. I didn't really understand until I just started seeing that there's like signings
Yeah, like
or whatever.
like,
So basically, what happened is Seattle and Vancouver, those players that were unprotected, basically negotiated and basically picked what team they wanted to go to.
okay.
So it's kind of like a mini free agency. Like, no team had priority. Like, the draft was the day after. Both teams were able to sign up to five players, and then they had 7 slots in the expansion draft the next day or 2 days. I thought that was very unique. It's kind of cool to see players want to choose to go to one of these teams. I also think it's very interesting that each team got 12 players. Like 12 players, and every team only got to protect 4.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Dude, some of these teams are
these
good.
2, like these Seattle and Vancouver, they look pretty good.
They are very good teams.
Yes.
And they both got like
Insane players.
yeah, and they both have like somebody to really represent the team.
Yeah.
Like, dude, oh my goodness. Sorry, I was just looking at the Seattle forward roster with Jesse Eldridge, Canadian, Hillary Knight, Alex Carpenter, Julia Gosling, and Danielle Sardachny. Like,
yeah, that's not
dude,
fair.
that's insane.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, man. Schroeder and Net,
Yeah.
Canadian, shout out. Like,
Mhm. It's
Dude, like, they
it's
took-
not fair.
Eldridge, Carpenter, and Schroeder, all from New York. That's 3 of their top players right there. Gone.
Yeah.
Gone just like that.
Yeah. And, like, it's really not fair for the teams either. Like, last year in the draft, they got to, like, the entry draft or whatever. They drafted all these players, and then they were all unprotected the next year. I think that's also not very fair. Well, or sorry, they should have been automatically protected. You could still protect them, but they should have just been automatically protected. That's just not. It's kind of a little crazy. But these two teams are now very stacked, and all the other teams are a little more depleted. Free agency is today. There's not been much crazy stuff.
Is there even many free agents at all?
The biggest one was Hannah Miller. She went to, was it Vancouver or was it Seattle? It was one of the two. But that was the biggest one. There's some other smaller ones. And they also, another big thing is that they released all the salary and contract info. I don't know if that's out to the public, but all the teams and players have access to that now.
Yeah.
So that also will make like free agency very interesting. Basically, the biggest thing that people are upset with after they came out is a lot of the staff for each team makes more money than like the top players. Like every GM, every like anybody that's kind of on the chair on like a big high position in the franchise makes more money than the players.
Really?
It's very interesting. I don't know how that works, but
yeah, that is
but you know, it's going to grow and the players will eventually make more.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
This league is going to like it's already blown up, but this league's going to blow up bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just going to keep growing. And yeah, 2 more teams added to the loop. It's going to the income's going to have a big boost, so
yeah.
They're doing a lot of things right.
Yeah. And I just want to talk about well, I mentioned some players in the Seattle roster. Vancouver picking up 2 a couple of forward defenders, but Sophie Jakes and Claire Thompson, both from the Minnesota Frost, both top defenders on the Frost, are now on Vancouver. And that's quite the top pairing. Ashton Bell also there as well, and Sydney Bard.
Yeah, they got the best
forward
goalie.
Core, I think their biggest signing, there's probably 2. I'll probably say Sarah Nurse, though. It's probably the biggest forward signing for them.
Jen Gardner.
That was the other one I was thinking about, but I don't know. Sarah Nurse is like her impact.
She has she's a bigger impact
overall, the bigger name.
Mm-hmm. Jen Gardner was beside Poulin the whole time, right? And
it'll be interesting to see how she performs by herself.
Yeah, because she was with Poulin and Stacy, and then they also played in all the Canadian and the international events together. So
yeah, and she's
young.
Interesting. She just played. Her first season was last year. So
yeah, exactly. So that'll be interesting. It does drop off a little bit after.
Oh, it does.
It does start to slowly drop off, but they have at least 6 or 7. Like both teams have like 6 or 7 pretty big names.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, and they're gonna be a really good team.
Yeah,
Emrys Mashmeyer in net for Vancouver
that's
as well.
probably the biggest like impact player I think that was been taken, because
I don't know.
Seattle. Who did Seattle get for goalie? For goaltender? Schroeder.
Schroeder, very good goalie. Dude, I think the biggest one is Hillary Knight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's fair. Hillary Knight, yes, for Seattle.
Yeah. We like Alex Carpenter.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, also, Emrys Mashmeyer is maybe the best goalie. Do you think?
She got injured.
I know she did get. I know it's a question.
Ottawa
it's
still made the finals.
I know.
Do they really need her?
That's a good point. I never really thought about that. No, it's 2 teams are good, but hey, I mean, if Mashmeyer is good, that could probably be the most impactful signing.
Yeah.
You need a goalie. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter what league. You need a goalie. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. And they both have one. Both teams have one. Like very exceptional goalies. So, like
Yeah.
Schroeder is just as like she's really good.
I think that it was a little crazy, but the expansion expansion process was quite.
Cool.
It was cool. It was different.
Very cool. Different.
Yeah, you
And
don't
that's what
see.
P-Dub does.
You never see that.
No, P-Dub just does different things. So.
Yeah, and I mean, two teams. They made it. They made these two teams really benefited from this, and I'm sure it will make it after seeing this process. I'm sure they're gonna find another two franchises soon. Like these owners probably will be quick on the ball because if they see these teams are getting stacked from the expansion process, they're gonna want to do the same thing, right? So, yeah, should be quite frankly pretty soon when we find two more. Like they're gonna want to go to 8 in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And
well, at what point does this like if they keep doing this process? At what point does it just?
Well, what's the goal here?
To expand.
Is the goal to be like WNBA?
What do you mean by that?
How big do they want to be? Okay. How much do you want to spread out the star talent?
I'd say.
Because right now there's a lot of stars on each team, still even with 6, or with 8. Wait, how many teams? Oh, there's 8. I've been saying they're gonna expand. Sorry, they're gonna expand. Sorry, they're gonna expand to 10 soon, not 8. I don't know why I was saying 8, but I said 8 like 4 times. That's my bad. Like 8 teams, there's star talent on each. Like there's still quite a bit of star talent on each team.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they want to spread that out.
I mean,
the game is growing.
I think it's beneficial to the league to expand in new markets.
Yeah, like, what's the max teams here? In the end, like 10 years from now, how many teams do you think they're gonna have? 16.
Well, I'd say you just test it out, right? You can add a couple.
I mean, if they add,
right
they can't add teams and then take them away though.
No. But you're at 10 right now. Like, it's 10. If you go to expand to 10, 8's fine. 4 teams still make the playoffs. At 10, do 4 teams make the playoffs? 6 don't. Like that's pretty cutthroat.
Or maybe
no?
6 and 8 don't.
6
and 4 don't.
It's kind of an awkward number, and you can't go to 12.
Well, you just have 2 teams have a bye. They would be funky like that, I think.
You can't go to 12. I think.
You can't do 12. No, you got to just keep doing 2s.
You got to go 16.
Yeah. I think when they get to 16, it'd be half make, like 8 and 8, I think. Which I'm not the biggest. I don't like that in many leagues that half the teams make it, but
Like the NHL.
Yeah, I wish the NHL was less, to be honest.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like when baseball MLB was 10 teams, like that was pretty cool, to be honest.
Okay.
And it's now 12, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically and this is a thing, every year they expand, the scoring's going to go up too. So they have to be careful that they don't do it too quickly. Like scoring's going to go up this year because the star talent is now spread out more, right? That's a big factor. And yeah, the scoring's going to go up and then scoring's going to go up. So they got to, I don't know how big. They've obviously there's a lot of female players that are playing in these international tournaments like World Championships that I'm sure have the talent to be playing at this kind of caliber. And obviously you're going to find, like, you keep expanding, there's going to be more and more weaker players coming in. But yeah.
But I don't know. I feel
You
like,
got to
like,
expand.
Yeah, but there's no like these players. I feel like the reason why the player pool might be so shallow is because there's been nothing to chase over the years.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you want to do it too fast.
Slow burner.
Like, I'm saying you do two more.
The WNBA has 12 teams expanding to. I think they might even have 13 teams now, but they're expanding to 2 different locations, Toronto and Portland, in the next couple years.
Like,
and
I think,
like they've. Like, I don't know. That's they've very slowly grown in size.
yeah. Like next 10 years for sure, there'll be at least 12. Like they'll have 4 more teams for sure.
Oh,
I would
I
think. Maybe
you don't
6.
think more?
I don't know. It depends these markets, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you have any other final thoughts on this, or?
Not really. I think it was cool. Really cool idea. I'll be excited to see if they decide to bring it back in the future, or if they just go for something different. Maybe they're able to protect more players, or maybe not.
I mean, we'll see. The players do have a little bit of a say in this kind of stuff, so I wonder. I don't know what any of the players' opinions are on this, but they do. From what I understand, they get a say in the expansion. Like they had a say in how it works.
Yeah. And I think, well, one Canadian team, one American team. Like you saw, I think the 2 big names, like Hillary Knight was perfect for Seattle. Huge, probably the biggest name in American hockey. That's a perfect way to start a franchise over there. And you could probably say the same thing for Sarah Nurse. Maybe not the, but top 5 name.
Oh yeah, she's gonna work. Like she's gonna be big in that market.
And when she stops playing,
she's gonna put herself out there.
And the thing is, when she's done, she's gonna go either to a front office or right to the PWHL head of table, probably.
Something. She's not gonna be done when she's done playing. So
no, she has a big impact in the media. She's wonderful. She does.
Yep. Well, I mean, I don't have any really other thoughts other than it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't have much either.
Good for them.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see how they perform. Because on paper they look good, but let's see if they can get something going. The draft is also coming up, I believe, in a little bit.
I don't know exactly when, but yes, it should be.
NHL draft coming up under a month now. Where will the big Canadian stars do? That might be our big topic for our next podcast, probably.
Yeah, June 24 is PWHL draft.
June 24th. And the NHL draft is June 30th.
There you go.
2 weeks now. Wow. That is close.
That's awesome. And then free agency.
I'm actually really excited for that.
Figure out where Mitch Marner goes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that. Will Matthew Schaefer go 1? Will Misa go 2? We'll have to find out of our biggest Canadian talents.
Schaefer's going 1.
I agree, but we'll see. The Islanders. We don't know what the Islanders are gonna do. We don't know what the Islanders are gonna do.
If they don't want him, they need to trade him. They need to trade. Sorry, not him. They need to trade the pick.
Decisions anymore. But
yeah. If they don't want him, they got to trade the pick.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys. Let's move on to producers' picks.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to everyone's favorite time of the week. It's producers' picks episode, getting to double digits, maybe around that. Raina, as always, welcome back to the True North Ice podcast. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks. 1 sec, my computer's just like overheating. Okay. We're going with the we're still on the goal horn theme. But okay, this has to do with Canada a little bit, but I think it's our first one that's not Canadian somethings. So today we're ranking the 2025 World Junior goal songs. But I have a bottom 5 in no particular order, and then we'll rank the top 5.
Okay.
I'm glad we're all thrilled. Okay. Bottom 5. Kazakhstan. Wait, are you guys going to listen to these ones or
Not the bottom 5.
Okay, Kazakhstan sucks. Sweden is
Nothing.
in
Keep going.
my personal opinion.
Are any of these politically driven?
No. No. Okay, bottom 5. Kazakhstan, Sweden, Canada, Switzerland, Slovakia. And honorable mentions of the bottom 5 are Canada and Sweden, because theirs are still good. Just Canada's isn't as good as it has been. And Sweden's would probably be 6 for me. 6 or 7. It's good too. I don't know. I just like the other ones more.
Are we doing wait. So what are the 5 teams that are left?
So we have Czechia, Germany, Finland, Latvia, US.
Bro,
I don't know.
Kazakhstan is tough. I don't
Is
know what
Kazakhstan?
you mean.
Wait,
No,
hold
it's
on.
not.
This
And
is-
then Finland
This
and
is so
Latvia.
tough.
No, it isn't. No, it's not.
Bro,
How do you
it's
even?
like,
I don't even know where Kazakh.
bro, Kel, listen to this. You'll know exactly what I'm saying. This is tough.
It's not. It's like probably my least favorite
Okay, here
one.
we go. Where
like
do
a
you?
rap song.
Where do you find these?
YouTube?
Not so famous Goalhorns YouTube channel. They have every single one.
This one's loading.
Boom, boom, boom.
No. What the heck? Nothing's loading. Here we go.
Fire.
That is what?
I hate it.
How does this not make the top?
Bro, if I'm scoring a
Imagine,
goal on here, this
imagine
is
scoring the
tough,
golden
tough.
goal. Imagine scoring the golden goal,
It's
golden
not-
goal, and
it's
everyone's
not
skating
like-
on the ice.
It's not fun at all.
Yes, it
No,
is. It has
it's
like the
not.
swag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
got
like
mad-
too
Yeah,
slow
like,
and boring.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the same as the
Mad orange
glasses.
stuff.
Shall we? Okay, listen to Sweden's before we begin.
Okay.
I like Sweden's.
Mhm.
It's kind of like,
It's a little boring.
well, so is Kazakhstan's.
No, like Kazakhstan has words at least.
Oh, this is 2023.
I
Like
don't know.
if you speak Kazakhstan, you probably are vibing to that song heavy. Like you just don't understand what they're
It's got a
saying.
good
It's a little
beat.
racist, maybe, Reina.
Okay,
No?
thanks.
Okay, Sweden is a soccer goal horn.
Just
or
think
football.
it's
football.
too.
Sweden
too
is a football
slow.
goal horn.
Like
Or
okay,
goal song.
I agree. Sweden's maybe not the best, but I think watching the World Juniors, I actually kind of like Sweden's. Like it
No,
was.
Sweden would be like 6 or 7 for me. It like almost made the top 5, but not quite.
Wow,
It's
I
not
like
that good.
Sweden's.
it's all
I'm
right.
saying that I don't. Okay, but you just okay.
It's
a
like
little boring,
it
though.
gives me like football vibes.
Sure. The song's literally called Hockey MV, but anyways.
Well, it sounds
Okay.
like a song they'd play at the football match.
Shall we get into our top 5?
Yes.
Okay, number 5. I literally can't say these names, I don't think. I'll butcher them so bad. Number 5 is Finland, so just
You can't
search
say
that
Finland.
word.
Oh, this is.
What?
I think
You can't
this
say
one's
Finland.
good. This one's good.
No, I can't say the name of the song. It's so good. I think it's really good.
This one's fire. I just know it off top of it. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You can't
pretty
say
fire.
Vil
I
Gal?
like this one.
What?
You can't say Ville Gale
That's
by
the
Pedo.
This one's fun.
No, that's the artist.
It's like some house music.
Yeah, just like Kazakhstan.
This
What?
should get me hyped.
No, Kazakhstan's more like a rap song. This is kind of fire, and it's got like the transition. Like it does the opening, and then it like drops, and then it starts full party mode, pretty much.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
should be
it's pretty
one.
good. Like it's like one of those you see a lot of songs like European songs with these foreign languages, and you're like, it's one of those songs you like attempt to sing even though you don't speak the language,
Yeah.
and it's just a good song. You know, I can agree with. I can.
The only thing with this one is that like halfway through, like it's a minute long, the one that I have anyways. Halfway through it just like repeats, which is great, but it like just sounds like it's just like, okay, go back to where the beginning was and start over.
Mm.
Which is fine. It's catchy, like it doesn't matter, but
Yeah,
I
like
like
it.
hear it.
All right, number 4.
Okay, number 4, Germany. It's called Major Tom. I can say that one. I like this one too. A vibe.
I'm confused if I have the right one. This is low key kind of mid.
It's so slow. Is it
No.
slow? This is a slow
No.
one.
Not really.
You guys have the same one as me?
By Peter Schilling.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Peter Schilling.
Sweden's is better.
Dude, Kazakhstan's fire.
Yes,
Kazakhstan's
Kazakhstan's. This is so like.
No way you put this.
This is
over
not hype.
Finland.
This is
Yes,
This
it
over
is.
like if
Finland.
you score a goal and you hear this, you're not excited.
I'm excited right now.
Dude, if I score a goal, I'm leaving the ice.
Yeah.
Like,
No, come on. No, you're not. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
Dude, you
No.
can't even, like, it's a song you're supposed to sing, but do you speak German?
I could learn the words to this
Yeah.
song. I could not learn the words to the Kazakhstan song.
Okay,
Like-
somebody put a comment on it, and I think it's the best way to put it. Their goal song is so relaxing to listen to. That's the best way to put it.
I like it.
But it's relaxing. That's not what it's supposed to be.
Well, I would say that Kazakhstan's like same vibe, if that's what you mean. It's
Not
kind of
really.
slow. It's kind of slow and
Kazakhstan, what?
like dull. I don't know.
No.
No.
Kazakhstan's is fire.
Yeah, Kazakhstan's
All right,
is
this
fire,
is a
just
little
like the
high.
flag.
This is a little high. We can
Yeah.
agree on
Okay.
that.
Mhm.
Let's
Not
go
top
next.
5 at all.
Not
No.
top 5 at all.
Okay.
No, maybe last.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot.
Canada's is
okay.
worse.
Okay, thanks. Okay, number 3.
Yep.
Mhm.
Number 3, Team Latvia. Just
Oh.
it's very like country pride. Like it. It's one for me, not like as a general goal song, but like for me, this might be one. Just I don't know.
My internet is being horrible.
1 sec. I
This
got
is so
30
annoying.
seconds of ads.
I don't
Oh.
have ads. It's just taking forever to load.
I guess I really don't know this one very well
Yeah.
because Latvia didn't score very much.
Well,
I mean, they did beat
they
Canada, but I,
scored more than Canada. Yeah.
yeah. This is kind of fire.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is just like country pride. Like, oh, it's good.
Like, I feel like I
It's
know
beautiful.
the word.
Like for me, this is probably my favorite one.
Like, even
I
the-
like that one. It's kind of fun.
Is it just song or is it the horn as well?
Sounds the horn doesn't change the ranking for me
it's
at
just
all.
the-
Well,
I'm
but they
pretty
play
sure.
the
Don't care
horn.
about
They
the
play
horn.
they play the horn, then some music, and then they play the horn when the music builds up. Isn't that sick?
Sure.
So we don't include that.
I don't know.
I'm
I just
pretty
think
sure
it feels
I don't
it feels
know.
so
It
like
feels
community
childish.
like
the
what
horn
does?
is either just the
feels
Canadian Pacific horn or
childish?
the-
Yeah. It
Dude,
feels like something
you
you
weird.
feels like
it's a
you
childish take.
that's what it feels like. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait.
It's
That's
insane.
your opinion.
That's insane. All right, let's go 2. Let's go 2.
Sounds
Okay,
like something
two-
you played at a birthday party.
This is a big cake.
No,
Is
it
it between?
doesn't.
Is it between?
It's USA
US
and
and
Czechia.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are a good final 2.
What okay. Should I just say mine?
Yeah.
Or-
I mean, I have my
Yeah.
number 1. I knew my number 1 coming in.
Okay. So my number 2 is the US, but like it's maybe biased a little bit. But I really do like Czechia's. Like I would say I like Czechia's more than the US one. But I know
Wait,
that
which one
everyone
did you
went
pick?
insane.
You picked Czechia first?
Yeah,
or
but
second?
I know that everyone went insane over the U.S. having like a great goal song, which they do. I just am so sick of hearing it because we all went, we all witnessed in person listening to this.
This one gives me like super Sonic the Hedgehog vibes. You know what I mean? Gives me retro arcade. Like the Czechia one.
Oh,
You're
we're
listening to
listening to the
already?
U.S. right now.
But I know the USA one.
Well, this is giving me.
Me too. It's really good.
The
This is
USA
giving me-
one is one.
It's a perfect fit for them. Like
It's just giving me patriotism and
Yeah,
freedom
it gives me.
and
Mhm.
bald eagles and guns.
Yeah,
it's really really
it gives
good.
me Texas
And-
vibes.
Oh, it's just so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You start off. It starts off with words, and then once it says, the free bird part, then it just shreds. And I think it's a perfect transition. You get the best of both worlds, and it's just like it just represents America, like
Mhm.
just an America. It's just like
For
the
sure.
American song.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a hockey country song,
Okay.
It just gives me vibes of, I don't know, the greatest.
It's really good.
The greatest.
Yeah.
It gives me winning vibes.
Yeah, exactly. It like
Maybe that's why they were
How-
so
they
good.
seem like
They
fair.
literally are like 5-1 at major tournaments, but when they play with this song, so like
True.
maybe that's a sign.
I think that's
All
a
right, check it out.
reason. It's a reason why they.
Check it out.
It's a reason
Check
why
it out.
they won. Was a goal song.
Maybe.
Wow.
Czechia is definitely
I
second.
like Czechia's.
But
I love
Czech-
Czechia's. I go insane over Czechia's. I love it so much.
I can agree. It's definitely top 2. I don't know if it's probably. I
It's
think
not
you
as
can make a debate
iconic.
for either.
Well, but like, what do we know about like the culture there? Nothing. I don't know anything. But their
Yeah,
song
you don't know
is
what
just
this is saying. This could literally be the perfect song to represent Czechia ever, and we'd have no clue.
yeah.
I think this one's second.
Whoa, mine just glitched out so bad.
I mean, they beat us this year to knock us out of the tournament, so it must be pretty
Because of the goal song.
Yeah. And last year too.
Them, Latvia, and the US. All they needed.
good. 1 sec, I'm translating it.
Yeah, that is a good. We should be translating all the songs.
Then I think if we translate it like Latvia and
Like
Latvia
here.
would be one of the top ones, I'm sure. Probably.
Let's do.
It's probably my favorite. But I like Czechia too.
Let's do the Germans one.
The German one has nothing like I think it's just a German song.
Thoroughly checked, it stands there, and waiting for the launch.
Oh my
All
god.
clear.
There's
Sick.
Experts
the
argue.
German one, there's an English version of that song.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What do you-
reading right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got a direct translation, Google Translate from Czechia's song to English. It starts with, having a body without a soul is like having a bicycle that runs. What is missing here is evidence, and people are just crazy, absent-minded. People like Patrick Swayze. You don't have to be crazy to feel that you are not alone here. They say that ghosts are evil, lurking in the attics of haunted houses, or is the fear of unknown things that helps? Don't you feel good when you hear footsteps downstairs? That is a direct translation from the.
Who won?
Jeez. That's very nice.
Who won the 2024 Euros?
Euros?
Yeah.
In
Oh, it
the
wasn't
last year?
Germany. Okay, never mind.
No.
Germany ran. I knew they ran their pool, but they didn't win. But the German goal song gained popularity from the Euros in 2024. Apparently,
Win the Euros
it's
last
about
year.
some guy going to space, and then the project comes crashing and burns. It's pretty cool, actually. And it actually, whoa, fun fact about Major Tom. A year after it released, a year after he released his song, the English version came out, and it actually reached #1 in the Canadian charts.
Wow.
No, it didn't.
That's what this says, genius.com.
What's it called?
It's called Major Tom, Coming Home.
It reached #1 song. I feel like I would know it if it
In
reached
Canadian
#1.
charts.
When did it come out?
October 4, 1982.
Oh, I wasn't born.
Yeah. There you go.
By who? Who made the Canadian version?
Well, it'd be Peter Schilling, I'd assume. Not Canadian, it was English, but it reached the Canadian charts #1. It's not a Canadian
Yeah.
song. It's
Damn.
he just made a English version.
Yeah.
He actually,
I'm about to listen. I'm gonna listen to it right now.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Now I gotta listen to Major Tom.
Yeah, now
See,
you gotta
like, would
listen to
would it be
Major
higher
Tom.
in the charts
Peter
if they
Schilling,
played
Major
the?
Tom, English version.
Would it be higher in the charts if they played the English version?
Like, would my mom know this song? Because it's
Not
old.
for Germany.
What? No, if the goal song was English, would it be higher on our charts, on your ranking?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute.
This is kind of a good. Like,
Wait, I
this
know
is
it.
an '80s song.
I know this song.
Yeah, you just said you did know the song.
I've heard
This
this
is
song before.
awesome. Wait, why? They should be. This should
Because
be.
they're German.
I know the chorus. I know the chorus.
German. That's why it's not the goal song.
Huh. Like,
Man,
even the.
good
Are
for-
you
good
watching
for
the
Peter
official
Schilling.
video? Are you watching the official video?
No, I was watching just the music. No video.
This is like, wow. They did a really good job on this. How hard do you think it is to have a German song and then sing it or translate it and sing it in English?
Well, you probably didn't do it overnight.
Probably not. It's got to take. Here, top comment. Peter Schilling hit a home run with his classic. Still evergreen today.
Wow, that's
This is
big.
very popular. Like, it's got to be. It makes sense if it reached number 1 on Canadian charts. Like, it's almost
Yeah.
100 million views on this
Okay,
official video.
so if it was the English version, would it make your top 5 because the German version doesn't?
No.
It doesn't make. Oh, German didn't even make it.
For you guys. No, for me,
Wait.
it
Yeah,
does.
4.
It's 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But for you guys.
Yeah, it's
No.
the English version.
No, it
Okay,
would
where
not
is
make top 5.
Kazakhstan?
Okay,
on
well,
your
if
list,
you like
Jake.
if you like the Canucks one, then how do you not like the German English one?
It's not the.
What?
No,
It's
not
the same
same
thing. Yes, it
No.
is. It's the
Yeah,
same,
but I know
same
the,
tempo.
I know the Canucks song. I know not
But
know
if what
the
if
major
everyone
song.
starts singing 4-3-9?
No, it's not the same.
Like, that's the same thing. It's the
not
same
It's
iconicness.
literally not the same one bit.
It is.
There's not a single thing that's the same as the whole entire song.
The beat, the tempo.
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's
Nope.
better than the Canucks one, actually.
I think I'm seriously with the filter on.
What do you mean?
Bro,
Hey,
I'm locked in now.
I know. I'm not. Okay, so what's your guys' top 5? Kazakhstan make the top 5 for both of you?
No.
yeah,
No.
No.
Just not
I would
last.
just go. No, Canada is by far the worst one.
It's not the worst one.
Yes, it is. It's
Canada's a
horrible.
vibe. Everyone was into it.
Okay,
It's
can I
just-
ask a question? Can I
It's
ask a
because they're
question?
Canadian.
I
Okay.
think I have a good question.
Mhm.
Where would Hey Baby rank on this
Lower.
list?
Lower than Canada's present one.
No. Oh my god.
Caleb, you're an idiot.
That
That's
does not.
disgusting
That
what you
does
just
not. The players came out and said it does not.
Hey,
get
baby's
them.
definitely. It's top 3.
But
Hey
the
Baby
players.
is the Canadian version of
I
Freebird.
don't. No.
dude.
The players
that-
actually
I-
embraced Freebird.
Have we ever
Nobody.
heard a song that gets the
Nobody
crowd more hyped?
embraced the Hey Baby other than the fans.
Yeah, and that's
I guess-
Who
the
else
goal
needs
song's
to
for
embrace
the fans,
it?
bro.
The
Who else
players, the
needs to embrace
The
it?
players need to actually
It's
be
for the-
excited. It's
it's
not
for
for
the-
the fans.
I don't
disagree.
think that the players were not excited.
In baseball, they don't use walk-up music for the fans.
Well, it's different. We're not playing
No.
baseball, are we?
You score a goal, you
But
should
the
be
player
excited.
picks the song. The player picks the song for a walk-up song.
Exactly, and the
That
players
represents
pick the. Like, the players should pick. Like, the players pick Freebird.
Yeah.
I almost guarantee. I'm pretty sure it was. Who was it? But I know somebody picked it on the team. There's no way that.
Dude,
There's just no way that Canada's is.
Okay.
The Hey
It's Hey
Baby
Baby.
is no.
It absolutely is. I've never seen a song that gets a crowd more hyped than that song.
No. No.
Yeah.
So
no.
what
No.
did you guys absolutely hate this year's Canadian
Yes.
song? Absolutely hate.
I don't even remember. That's how bad it was.
I don't
Really?
hate the
Live
hate's a
is
strong
life.
word.
La,
It was
la,
like life
la,
is.
la, la.
Okay, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, okay.
I
Hate,
actually liked it a lot.
hate is a very, very, very strong word.
And you
I
hated
think
it?
it's not. I don't hate it. I just strongly think it's a disgusting goal song.
I would think.
I think
Using the
yeah,
word
I think-
disgusting, I think would mean that
know.
you hate it.
I think
And now, disgusting
might
is not
be
as strong
more
as hate.
insulting than hate.
Yeah, disgusting.
I've been called disgusting.
thing to
I was
say.
called disgusting yesterday. Like,
What?
Well,
it's normal.
whoever said that to you must hate you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they hated me. Well, clearly they did. No,
Is that-
hate is hate. It's not a good goal song.
I think the only reason I'm not the biggest fan of it is because I think they could have done better.
Exactly.
the
Well,
only
that's
reason
why
why.
it wasn't in my top 5.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But I mean,
can we get like a?
we all still got very excited every time that song came on.
Oh, dude,
Like,
I embraced the hell out of it. Like I don't care what they make the goal song.
Okay, what would be
Well,
the
I do,
best?
but, like-
What would be the best Canadian goal song then? Like, would
Probably
they use?
Hey, hey,
Would they
hey,
use a Canadian? Okay, wait. Was the Canadian goal song this year? Was that a Canadian band?
I think that's
Like,
a good question.
what's the best
give me
Canadian
some-
band? Like,
all
Tragically Hip.
Give me some bare naked ladies.
yeah, good point.
What? I don't know any of their. What's their
Oh,
best
you
song?
do. You definitely
Well, I know
some
who they
bare
are,
naked
but I don't
ladies.
know what their songs are.
Opus. Is that
Dude, they
how you
made the
say
big-
it? Is Austrian.
They made the Big Bang Theory song.
First song. Oh wait here.
The Bare Naked Ladies, yes. You know I met the drummer.
Really?
Wait, you met
Not-
the
not
drummer?
to flex. Yeah, he's
That's
like I'm
pretty
close
sweet.
to a girl that I used to be friends with. I went to his
Oh right,
cottage
you
one
did tell me
time.
that.
That's pretty sweet.
My grade 5 teacher actually knew him.
Crazy. The drummer.
Bro, make it like
Grade 4 and 5 teacher. The drummer. Most popular song. Let's listen to it. 1 week.
It's been 1 week
One-
since you look at me. I
yeah,
think
that's a
if
really
I
good.
had
They
$1
could use
million
if they pick the right part of that song, that'd be
If
banger.
I had $1 million.
Because it's so fast
Wait,
paced, it'd be
The
perfect.
1 week? 1 week?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking? Yeah. Eh.
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
Eh.
I think they're a good option.
On the playlist. For sure. Okay, give me your top 5.
I'd go Bare
I'm
Naked
assuming-
Ladies.
No.
Yeah, and then-
And then
Tragically
we'd
Hip.
go Creed.
Bro, think about Weak
And
Things, bro.
then-
But
We
like
think
the
that's the goal
tournament
song.
song was tragically
Work
hit,
then
so
out
we
it
go.
this morning.
Exactly. That might actually like if
You guys
people
didn't
like the
listen
one that
You guys didn't listen to Switzerland or Slovakia, but
Bro,
I
what
don't
about
think
Drake?
they're even really worth.
yeah. Oh, there you go.
No.
That's what you used to call me.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
like-
Exact. Or
Who's calling my
Yeah,
phone?
that-
Who's calling my phone?
yeah. That actually might work. Or Justin Bieber.
JB,
None of that
Yeah.
works for like the older fans.
not true at all.
Well, there
I-
wasn't. To be fair, they're 18-year-olds or 20-year-olds.
Yep. To be fair, they're all.
I thought it was for the
Drake has-
fans.
It's
Drake
not.
has some old
Fans.
stuff, bro.
I just said it was for the players.
Girl, I can't decide.
Okay, listen to
I got
Switzerland's
it.
and listen to Slovakia's, and then tell me what your top 5 is.
Switzerland,
Neither.
Switzerland, and then Slovakia.
I couldn't figure out which team I was missing. When I
Bro,
was
what
making
about
this list.
Spain?
No, Slovakia. No, and then
Oh my gosh, I can't type. World Junior. Frick me.
I think they should. Okay, next year, I think they should make the song "Sicko Mode" because
I
Drake
think-
is in the song.
Yeah.
No.
Drake is in the
That
song.
actually might be the best. That might be the best idea. Like do something like that. Like something.
Says the people who like "Don't You Forget About Me" as a goal song. Anyways, okay.
Slovakia World Junior.
Slovakia is probably better than Switzerland in my opinion, and better than Kazakhstan, but not good. It's meh.
Okay.
Whoa. Did he just leave?
This is just a party song.
Did Jake just leave?
Jake just left. Thanks everyone for listening. This is like my 5th time trying to end this. Stay tuned. 2 weeks from now, we will break down the eventual Stanley Cup winner and whatever else comes out. I don't know if there'll be any more international news, but fun stuff.
Probably not.
Peace out.
Bye.